Hey everybody, I'm Michelle with Birdie Bloom, and today I am bringing you this little cutie. And we're going to talk a little bit about the line it comes from. Ooh, and what this is this video is done by a particular request though as well. So somebody wanted to know a little bit more about this bag, and so yeah, we're going to talk about her. I've had her in my closet for a while, and I don't know why I haven't talked about her yet. Maybe I was hoping to get some more in this line, but I haven't, so here we go. This is a 4117 Terrace bag, and they are not as common of a bag as some others. I think I might have used the word rare before. I'm using that a little bit more sparingly now, but yeah, not a very common bag. And that would just probably be due to how many years it was actually manufactured for, not as many as some others. And she comes from the West End Lightweights collection. So the West End Lightweights collection. So you had lightweights around this time, and you had then another line that kind of took off called Weston, and it debuted in the spring preview catalog of 1992. And you see this bag in other 1992 catalogs, and then you don't see it anymore. But I can assure you it was not just made in 1992. So most of them are going to have, that you do find in this whole collection. I'll show you a picture in a moment of some other bags in the lightweights collection. But most of them are going to have random registration numbers, because remember, Coach did not start putting the style number in the creeds until 1994. So if this was new in 1992, produced around that time, random style number, which here's the creed for this particular bag. There you go. But made in the USA, I believe. I can tell you from looking online that this bag was at least brought back in the year 1997. So 1992, pretty much pre style number, creeds, random registration numbers there. But in 1997, you can find a couple of these in particular, and in some of those 1997 colors, because they had like the lime and the periwinkle, but you can find this bag in red and periwinkle online currently, or at least sold recently. So, I would probably be able to pull more information out if eBay would actually keep their histories, or keep their, their information searchable. But all of that stuff gets erased over time. And it's such a shame, because there's so much information that just gets lost with the erasing of previous listings and items sold. So I'm really sad about that. That's kind of like just something that brings tears to my eyes. I wish that was a little bit more researchable, but it goes away, and that's a shame. So, okay, let's see. What do we have here? Remember, lightweight bags are going to be like, ones that look, this reminds me of, such as the Waverly or that Soho buckle bag, but also like the Whitney was a lightweight bag. I've talked about other lightweight bags as well. So it's made with this lightweight leather. It's meant to be very lightweight. They reduce like the heaviness of the hardware. A lot of things go into play in making a bag lightweight. So including the leather is slightly different. They call it buttery soft though. And the line in particular, when it debuted, it said the buttery softness of our lightweight leather is the focus of our new West End handbags and accessories. Ornamentation is dismissed for the beauty found in a graceful pleat or a simple fold. The vocabulary of understated elegance makes West End a very modern statement. And so what I'm getting out of that is they're saying that elegance is in the simplicity of the form of the bag, right? You don't need like blingy hardware or all this funky like, leather braiding, or, it's a very simple bag, very simple and very elegant. So hold on just a moment. here is a catalog photo that shows this bag being modeled in multiple different pictures. Again, Terrace bag, that's what this one was called. And yeah, the bag itself, it features this like double flat top. If you notice a lot of the bags in this collection had this like flappy flap top, this interesting fold over flap top. Not all of them though, but all very simple and similar. Yeah, this double flap top, which happens to be leather lined. So it just makes it's thicker and heavier, right? The magnetic closure, it's hidden. So, and it should, sorry, I'm trying to do that backwards. It'd be easier if I don't. Just snaps easily in. You don't have to push it. The magnet pulls it together. And yeah, it's a 10 by 7 by 4.5 inches approximately. And the colors that, for the most part, these would come in were the cameos. Am I saying that right? Black, which is this one. Blue, lightweight leather. They tended to use blue as a color versus like a navy blue. And they do tend to be a little bit more blue. And then cocoa, which is another like, that one does tend to be a little bit of a darker brown, and not super dark and brown, but again, lightweight leather. British tan eventually was introduced into the lightweight collection, but for the most part, they had other names versus British tan, even though it was a very British tan-esque. And it wasn't listed. I don't know if you'll find this bag in British tan. Again, you don't see this too often in the catalogs. I just see it through 1992. Whether it was in other catalogs, I'm not positive. I know I then don't see it until, I don't see like a creed or this bag with a creed that says anything other than 1997 with the style number in it. So I don't know if that means anything. Maybe it was just a special debut in 1997. Maybe they made it all along and I'm just not seeing them. Don't know at this point in time, okay? Because a lot of that information gets erased online, sadly. But, you know, you have this unique line that was kind of like a side to the lightweights. There's other, like around this time in the 90s, that's when they produced all these other like interesting lines, like separate lines, and such as the Sheridan collection, the Dakota collection. And then you had this like Manhattan series and the Carriage Classics. These are just some examples of other lines in vintage coach. So what we're gonna do, you know, if you notice, if you hold it this way, you can see that magnet closure, right? So even though I don't know, I don't know which way is appropriate. In the catalog, they wear it this way. So, but I almost feel like this is kind of a cute way too. But I will show you her on. Well, so I put her on that way and then I wanted to flip her, but we'll do it the other way. You would just put her on the other way. Wait, sorry. There we go. So you don't see that magnet closure there. I don't know that it was intended to be seen. Very lightweight bag, very easy to carry, but it is like a forearm, elbow carry, hand carry bag. It's not going to go over your shoulder. Again, unless you do it this way over your shoulder. So she holds a lot. And typically her sides would be maybe folded in a little bit more. I really just dug the shape of her because she's kind of like relaxed, but yet also formed. Oh, do you see? I feel like the camera's capturing her stretch marks. Oh, in the leather. Do you see that? Oh, so pretty. But yeah, so I didn't really want to do anything to like truly alter her shape more. I thought she was in really good condition. Just conditioned her and I've kept her stuffed. But here's that flap and it's just this big cavity. Big cavity. It would hold so much. And you've got these two flaps, pocket flaps. So yeah, what I mean by that is it comes out. It's not like a back wall leather pocket. And one is just open and the other is a zipper pocket, which is where your creed is. So yeah, that is your Terrace bag, $41.17. And here she is, lightweight leather. Her bottom definitely feels like there's cardboard in there. So, yeah. And those, what you tend to see in the lightweight collection, those folded in corners. I'm not a big fan of these types of corners because they do tend to wear more. They're just really good pressure points, I guess, or rubbing points. But this one has held up pretty good. And you know what is interesting? I am not seeing it. I'm pretty sure when I had this bag listed, oh, there it is. I am seeing it now. I wasn't really capturing on camera. I can kind of see it. There is this white line. I think it was a scratch maybe that goes across this bag. It's really hard to capture. I can see it with my own eyes though. It's very light. For a second, I thought maybe it had disappeared over time. Leather will absorb a lot of things over time, but no, it's still there because I think it's like it's a weird scratch. It doesn't feel like a scratch, but yeah, it's still there. Well, that's interesting. Okay, I digress. Yeah, well, I hope you guys like this video. Give me a thumbs up if you did. Subscribe to my channel for more Vintage Coach bag talks. And yeah, I appreciate your support. Come on over to Vintage Coach Eye Candy if you want to check out pictures of other really cool Vintage Coach bags or post pictures of your own. All right, thanks. Bye-bye.